Good to see you. Now, Sarah was a young girl who loved to play outside, especially when the weather was nice. She loved running, she loved climbing trees, and sitting by the lake to think. But there was one thing that Sarah longed for. That is, she wanted to hear from God. One night, Sarah lay in bed, staring up at the ceiling, and prayed, God, I want to hear your voice. Please speak to me. The next morning, Sarah decided to go on a walk to clear her mind. As she walked through the woods, she thought about all the ways people say God speaks through the dreams, through the Bible, and even through other people. But she was not sure if God would ever speak to her. Sarah walked down a quiet path beside a sparkling stream. The birds were singing, and the breeze gently blew through the trees. But in the midst of beauty, Sarah's mind was racing. She kept thinking, I want to hear from God. How will God speak to me? Just then, she stopped at a large rock and sat down. Closing her eyes, she thought about the verse in the Bible, Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46, verse 10. Okay, God, Sarah whispered, I am going to be still and listen. For a few moments, Sarah stayed quiet, listening to the sounds of the world around her. The rustling leaves, the flowing water, the bird chirping. Slowly, her busy thoughts began to calm down. Sarah's mind still wasn't completely quiet. She kept wondering, will God speak now? But then, she remembered something her Sunday school teacher had said. Sometimes God doesn't speak all at once. Sometimes God whispers. Feeling a little more at peace, Sarah closed her eyes and whispered, I trust you, God. I am waiting for you to speak. As Sarah sat quietly, the wind picked up again, and she felt a soft breeze on her face. She opened her eyes and looked around. There was something amazing that happened. Right there, something amazing happened. In the gentle rustling of the trees, Sarah heard something. It wasn't a loud voice, but it was clear in her heart. Sarah, a quiet voice seemed to say, I am with you always. Sarah smiled and felt a warmth inside her heart. It wasn't a loud voice, but she knew it was God speaking to her. She had been still and patient enough to hear God in the quiet of nature. As Sarah stood up to leave, she heard another gentle whisper, I love you, Sarah. Keep trusting me and I will guide you. She knew that God had spoken to her, not with loud voice, not with loud words, but with peace and love in her heart. She felt more confident, knowing that God was there, always there, ready to guide her when she needed it. From that day onwards, Sarah remembered how she had to be quiet, how she had to be patient, and trust that God would speak to her, whether it was through His Word, through a feeling in the heart, or through the beauty of nature. Sarah knew that God was always speaking. It was up to her to listen. John chapter 10, verse 27. Listening to God. My sheep knows my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. Psalm 46 verse 10. Be still and know that I am God. Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Till next time, peace.